I don't want to record this video. That's not the first line. I have a script here, and I have all the words that I was thinking I would want to say, but looking at it, I got the first word, but I don't know, something about the script isn't really doing it for me. I'll try, but I don't even want to record this because I don't know. But I have to. I'm going to. This is what this is. Mission statement for me. I'll read the first paragraph. I'll try not to read it. I want to positively impact as many people's lives as possible through videos on the internet. And I don't know, man, it's so weird to say because I someone's gonna see this. It might be Avery. It might be just Avery. It might be my friends Dax. Now, I just something about the people seeing makes it so much yeah, no shit. Now, I wrote this when I was just pacing around my house for a long time and I was like, "Man, this is gold." And this is what I've been doing a lot lately. I have a great idea, or it might not be great, but I think it's great in the moment. And I've heard a lot that the problem is with starting things. I think that is not my problem. It's definitely following through because I start so many things because I'm like, this is a great idea. This is going to be so good. And I get to work and I do it for a little bit. And then I go and do something else. And then I come back and I look at what I was doing for my great idea. And I'm like, this is shit. Why am I doing this? And I scrap it, and then I have a bunch of ideas that just never got finished. It doesn't matter if it's a good idea. It really doesn't. I just, it's hard. It's just so hard to trust yourself that something was a good idea. Um, Looking back on it. Anyway, let me actually try to do the video that I'm trying to do because it's been 2 minutes and I've said nothing. Um, right, yeah, the purpose of the video, for me to look back on, to be reminded one of uh motivate myself, remind me why I want to make YouTube videos or whatever. And two, at the very least I can look back on the way I thought when I was this age, and I think that's cool. I really like looking back. I like nostalgia too much. But yeah, I guess I'm feeding into my future self's love of nostalgia by doing this, and then someday I'll look back on it and I'm like, wow, this is crazy. Why did I do this? But right now, I do think it's a good idea. So I'll run with it. Now, let's see here. Right, yeah, I put this line in that was like talking about how I have a script, and then I wrote that in the script, and then I referenced that this line referencing the script is also in the script. That was fun. And then yeah, just an organized version of my ramblings while I thought about my thoughts. And yeah, get my general philosophy out in a way that is understandable. I guess for other people, kind of like explaining myself, even though I don't need to. I think that that is a reason, but the better reason, I don't know if it's the greater reason, but the better reason is to explain to myself because it's important to know your why. Go watch my other speech. This isn't a speech. This is not a speech. This is a mission statement for me. Okay. Why do I want to make YouTube videos and why do I think it's important for me to do? God, it just sounds so weird. Like, is it? I wrote this with such confidence and I'm reading it and speaking it with like such doubt. Been struggling with that too, doubt. It's fine. Anyway, okay. It is a weird way of going about making a difference. I said my goal is to make a difference in as many people's lives as possible with YouTube videos, which isn't the most linear thought, you know. I address everything in here. I don't know why I'm rambling. I just need to get through this. Okay, so um right, yeah, it makes sense that I would want to do it this way because it's the most common way I have seen people be impacted, and I have been impacted from many people online making YouTube videos. And I'm just gonna read the thing because I'm just trying to go on tangents that are in here, and so I'll get to the tangent. Um, I have seen how people like Markiplier, just throw out the name, make big impacts. Um, wasn't wait, yeah, many people positively affected. Now, man, I'm trying to rush to the part where I talk about a doctor saving someone's life, and obviously is more valuable than Markiplier making someone smile for 30 minutes. But the scope, anyway, I'll get there. Let's see. Astral Spiff, Parrot Dash, Feinberg, Ludwig are all people off the top of my head at the moment because obviously I'm reading it. Um, I have seen they're able to play a game or talk about something they care about, and there are people that watch them that are positively influenced. And right, yeah, here I talk about teachers, doctors, government. I think those are three things that all have arguments to be made that those positions are more effective at helping people. Um, it really just comes down to personal preference. I just prefer the method of YouTube, I think, or online something. Um, teachers, I just read that. Personal preference. Yeah, I believe in my ability to become president. Right. Yes. This rant. I could be president. I think. I mean, I could. Pretty sure. But in order, and if I were president, I'm sure I could do a lot of great things. Maybe. Now, in order to get there though, I just don't really believe in the system. I don't believe that I would be able to keep all of my morals intact while taking the steps necessary to get to president. So I don't really think that I would become president. I would have to be a completely different person to take those steps. But I could make a big difference. I choose not to. I'm not that good of a person that I'll sacrifice all of my other stuff for maybe the greater good that I'll be president and then I'll make some law that saves people. Anyway, that one, skip this. I explained it. Um, yeah. Yeah. Teachers and doctors, 1,000 times more respectable positions than government, in my eyes. The most necessary things for the world. I believe that. I wrote it. I said it. I believe that teachers and doctors are invaluable. I'll address this later. My mind. This is probably justification for my own wants, but the things that they don't have that I might be able to do with YouTube is reach. It's just a bigger scope. And I don't talk about this in here, so I'll talk about it now. I also think there's an argument to be made for like movie stars. If I was a movie like Tom Holland, Zendaya, um, Brad Pitt, right? I was trying to think of someone older because I just named the two big ones right now. Two of the big ones right now. Timothy Chalamet, whatever. Oh, what's that? Michael B. Jordan. He's probably my favorite. He's so cool. Or Tom Holland. I don't know. Anyway, they have a lot of reach. Keanu Reeves, someone that uses that reach for what I think is good purpose. Makes good quality movies. I mean, as in his acting, and also he's a cool guy. And whenever he makes a presence in the public eye, it's almost always something positive, something good comes out of it. I watched some YouTube documentary on him a while back, and I think really positively of him now, and that's really cool. He's probably larger than any of the YouTubers that I could mention. Um, and I don't think there's a replacement for a great teacher or mentor. Like, yeah, I talk about here. It's insane how big of an impact one person can have on another person's life. And I don't think that YouTube is the way to do that. I don't think that you can get the biggest possible impact on a single person. But I don't. That would be awesome. I would enjoy that. I would love to have um, to be able to affect people like that positively, but I just see it happening. I just see it more likely and more fitting to my wants, my selfish desires to be do it on YouTube or something. Similarly, I didn't write similarly. doctors saving people's lives. Right, yeah, I like this. Whether through a single life-saving surgery, like they did it and now this person's alive, or through years of what did I say? I need to keep my cursor on here. Guiding someone to a healthier lifestyle, or any in between, is an immense. It just tons of respect is deserved for that. Um, with my morals and just maybe a few differences in my life, a few different canon events, I think I would be really fulfilled working in a position like a teacher or a doctor. Also, very attainable compared to like being the president. You know, there's a pretty common, clear path to being a teacher or a doctor. And maybe I will someday. I don't know about doctor, but teacher, that would be really cool, I think. Shout out Jacob Loafman. Um, yeah, anyway, something about me. I like YouTube. Um, and yeah, I want to switch to the term entertainers instead of just YouTube. Um, maybe the playing video games for a living thing. Right, yeah, I'm talking about why maybe I like YouTube. Maybe, yeah, the playing games initially, which is what it is. It's just initial. Uh, Playing video games for most people, it's not the job. It's the cool part. But the job is making something that's happening interesting and purposeful through editing and story building enough to make people care about it, because there are people that just play a game, and sometimes that's enough. Just playing the game and then showing that to people is enough sometimes. But I think the skill that I care about, that I would like to be good at and that I appreciate from other people, is being able to do something in a game greater than just playing it, and then make that into something that deserves to be cared about more. Anyway, um that little snippet. Oh yeah, yeah. That idea can be applied to like all of the careers in entertainment, which I get into here. Entertainment as a whole is a big thing, and it contains my last moral. Why did I write this like this? It contains my last moral quandary about what I would want to do, and that's that the world is run by God, I have not written an essay in way too long. Yeah, world's run by entertainment, and the thing about YouTube that I just don't I almost agree with it 100%, but I don't like the negatives of entertainment, which is like brain rot stuff, or I mean, I don't hate on people that just play a game and that's enough for people to watch, but there's levels to like reaction content is so boring. Um, Old Joe Bart. We'll get into that later. Um, yeah, I just don't think entertainment is the best thing for people, just in general. Like, it's good, but it would be better if teaching and learning was the biggest industry in the world. Like, I think everyone would just be better off if we replaced all entertainment and it became teaching and learn. Like, wouldn't that be awesome? Unfortunately, that's not true. That won't happen. Humans uh, aren't aren't going to do that anytime soon. And that leaves us here with entertainment being this huge thing that anyone can get into, maybe me, you know. Um, but yeah, it's hard to justify taking people's time um, if they're not really getting anything out of it. And I have given so much time to people online that don't deserve it. And that's, it happens. I don't like that. I would like to not be that kind of person. Dude, I just realized this video is that. This doesn't matter for you if you're hearing this, unless it's me hearing this. Um, Maybe it does. I don't know. I'm gonna have to get over that if I want to be a YouTuber, because I don't know if I'm ever gonna really think that what I'm doing matters that much. But I have seen other people other people do things that I somehow care about, and if I extract myself from it and look at it from other perspectives, I can think that does not matter, but somehow I care about it. So you know what? I It's possible for someone else. Like Avery probably cares about what I'm saying. Um, yeah, she's great. Um, what was I saying? Doesn't even really make sense to me how someone watching someone else play a video game could possibly positively impact them. Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't make sense. I, at the same time, am someone that has been positively impacted by watching people play games. Maybe not positively. Maybe it culminated to me now, which isn't great. But I think I'm cool. At least, you know. Yeah, yeah. Okay. I'll say it later. Okay. Right. Yeah. How's it possible? Games impactful. Here's what I've seen. Here's what gives me hope that I can pursue being an entertainer without feeling like I'm stealing and feeding off of other people's time solely for my own gain. I'll give a few examples here of people that I've seen do this YouTube thing that I respect greatly. Popular MMOs, big name here. His name is Pat, and he played Minecraft a lot. I don't know why I'm explaining this. If the idea is that it's only meant for me and I know who these people are, maybe if I like get Alzheimer's and forget, or no, is that dementia? I well, they're okay. I don't know, but I guess I'm explaining this for other people too. Um, yeah, he played Minecraft for a long time, um, alone, and then with his girlfriend, and then with his wife, and then they got divorced, and they had a cat though. And he kind of stopped making Minecraft videos. But while he had millions and millions of people watching him. Mostly, did I say it in here? No, I didn't. But mostly, like elementary school or middle school or high school, like kids. And more recently, he has resurfaced from not making, Minecraft content for a long time, maybe here and there. He's resurfaced to talk about his problem with alcoholism. And I won't get too into it. He's got the videos out there. I don't know how he's doing now. Frankly, I would assume I haven't heard from him. I don't know. I think I saw in a comment that he relapsed or something. He posted on Twitter, and he hasn't made anything since then. So I don't know. He might not be doing good. But what he did do that I think is awesome, and I really respect it, is whenever he came forward about his struggle with alcoholism, he just wanted his goal was just to make a point that if anyone watching this was struggling with that, even if one person would see his video that used to watch him years ago and they're like, "Oh, Popular MMOs, that guy I watched when I was a kid." They see it and now they're an adult and now maybe they struggle with alcoholism. They can listen to Pat, Popular MMOs, and be inspired, you know, and more informed and or something to help them. And that's really cool. I genuinely do believe as well that that wasn't just a Hail Mary, maybe someone got helped by. I 100% believe that helped people. There could even be an argument that it helped me. Even I don't struggle with that, but it's still good. Like that's still a good thing to be reinforced in everyone that's watching. Anyway, awesome. I want to say awesome guy. He did an awesome thing. I don't know how good of a guy he is, but I think that what he did there was really cool. Next up, Parrot Dash. She is so cool. She plays Celeste. I don't know her real name. We just call her Parrot. And I don't know if she's the best Celeste player. I think she's if she isn't, she's like top 3, top 5. But she did this really cool thing recently where basically in Celeste there's the game, you buy it on Steam, you play it. Then there's mods. It's you know, there's so many mods, and it's not as popular as Minecraft and stuff like that, but the modded community is huge, and the skill ceiling for the game is infinite. I mean, it's like Mario Maker levels of precision everywhere. It's really crazy. And there's this map that Parrot really likes, and they wanted it's a long map. It's like a 2.5 hour map, and well, it's like a 14-hour map if you're one of the best players and you've never played it before. But they wanted to do it all without dying, which I could explain it a lot more. I'm not going to. Basically, they spent 2,000 hours on a single level, a big level, but a single map in a game made by someone else, in an engine made by someone else. But they spent 3 years and 2,000 hours on this achievement, and I don't even know how to explain how impactful it is, but if you followed along the way, obviously it is the most impactful to Parrot. It's a huge accomplishment that they got that recently, and no one watching is going to be as sympathetic with them and understand exactly how it feels to do that. But what it is it's inspiring as hell. It is so insane if you know that story that I don't know why I followed it. It was just interesting. Um, Incredibly inspirational as far as like doing something really, really well, which is a thing a lot of people want to do. If I could, be like that, if I could get really good at something, and someone else sees me get really good at something, and then they go and get really good at something, that would be 100% worth it. Um, okay, I need to speed this up. It's already been 21 minutes, 22. Joe Bartolozzi, good old JB. Not someone I expected to be on my list of inspirations, and I don't really know him that well. I don't watch any of his videos except for a few of the philosophy ones. But I do remember whenever he was first getting popular, not liking him. And I learned recently he also was not liking him when he was first getting popular. And this is a, you know, another quandary we could get into. Is it worth sacrificing morals to get popular if once you're there you do the right thing? I don't know. He didn't do that intentionally. Um but that's what happened is he wasn't making the best content, he wasn't being the best person he could be. And then he realized it, and now I mean, I still don't watch most of his content because it's still just like reaction, or he plays a game with his friends, um, which is only fun in certain scenarios to watch. I don't get it, but he's talked a lot about mental health and philosophy, and I think that's really cool. And he is teaching. He's a teacher at this point in some ways. He's not you know he's a lot of, I don't know. He's done some good. I think he's done more good than bad as far as, brain rot versus informative content. Next, Ludwig. Man, this is taking so long. This is going to be so boring for anyone watching. I'm so sorry. Um but it's for me. Maybe I'll cut this down a lot. I don't like cutting it down. I don't think I will. I think it's just going to be long and boring, and then maybe I'll grab some clips and I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, yeah. Ludwig, cool guy. Similar to Joe Barr. I don't think his content was ever as bad though, but he had a realization a while back that he was very, very successful in being a streamer, and he was not comfortable being a millionaire, getting money from random people watching him anymore. Um, and that's not to say he stopped making money. He makes a lot of money now. He makes it from brand deals more than ever, from what I know. Because streamer games, I saw the clips, whatever. He's making a lot of money. He's spending a lot of money. He's doing a lot of really cool things, though. And he started as a guy that really liked Super Smash Bros. Like, that was who he was that got him into this position now. where he's hosting events and he's informing people on how to better their lives. And yeah, he makes YouTube videos, and some of them aren't helpful. Some of them are just for fun and entertainment. But he has been really successful at his goals, and I think most of his work is really inspirational and just helpful, like just good things, like trying to help out other creators or host fun events to support people. Anyway, Charlie, Penguin Zero, Moist Critical. Um, I'm not even gonna say much. Cool dude. Literally like the weirdest example probably of famous YouTubers, because he just talks into his camera, and I don't think I could ever do that. I am not like, I'm not a tenth as entertaining as Charlie is. You know, with the wah! But you know, if I could think of stuff like that and I could do what he does, and I think most of what I appreciate about what he does is he's just really honest, and he has, you know, sensical opinions most of the time. And he just shares those. And that is not the hardest job. He knows it. We all know it. But it works. It's cool, and I don't think it negatively affects people. You know, the argument could always be made they watch this video instead of doing this other thing they want to do, but as far as informative content goes, it's really just entertaining, but it is fun for people, and I appreciate that. And then finally, Markiplier. I'm really not going to talk about Markiplier too much, because he's, to me, just like the embodiment of everything that I love about YouTube and entertainment, really, not just YouTube. And that fits Markiplier the most as well, because he doesn't just make YouTube videos anymore. He never really has just made YouTube videos, you know. Anyway, um, yeah, and there's a lot of other people. Astral Spiff, so cool, one of my biggest idols. Now, um, yeah, the amount of people and the amount of good I've seen done by those people really makes me believe not only that I can, but that I should be an entertainer, because I can make the world a better place by doing it. Just the sheer number of creators I can think of that I believe have made a positive impact on the world. Like, that shows me that it's possible. That shows me that people can come from very little and get a lot. Like, it's insane. It really is, and it makes me think I I not only can, it's not only possible, but it is the right thing to do, because it's the thing that I know the best that can help the most people. I mean, that's just simple. Now, what did I say here? That would be a great way to end off a speech, but this isn't a speech. Yeah, because I thought that in the moment, but I already had thought that whenever I started this, so it was all out of order. I said that so long ago. Gosh, this took me like, wow. Okay, anyway. Mission statement, what and why I specifically am doing. So, sounds great. Go be an entertainer. Go change the world. It sounds like a good thing that I want to do. So, I'll just get to it. Go along. Get. Why aren't you doing it? Yeah, that's where I'm at right now. And that's frankly where I've been for a while. I don't know how. I'm not really sure how I'm gonna do it. Put a few examples here. Playing games casually, Queso, or someone else that does that. Queso's the big one. You know, you just play Water Park Simulator for a month, and people love it. And you know, there's arguments to be made. That's probably not the the best ratio for like positive impacts on people, compared to like a Mark Rober. I don't know, he's in some controversy right now. He sponsored some robot um who's like Vsauce. Dang it, I was supposed to use Vsauce for the example 2 paragraphs later. Whatever. Something that's just much more like thought provoking, and I think more good comes of it usually. I don't know. Anyway, queso's respectable, maybe. Um, yeah, maybe I can just play games, people watch it, and then I say something wise and give people knowledge every once in a while, and maybe that's enough to keep me on the good side, keep me, you know, justifiable in my YouTube career. And then could be playing games really passionately, like Parrot Dash. Um, and yeah, I said this earlier because it's all out of order because I already said all of this and I can't. Anyway, I can inspire them. I can inspire someone to do something based on them seeing me do something I want to do. That would just it's just really really cool if I could do that, right? Like, am I wrong? Like, it just sounds so awesome, which we'll get to later. Sounding awesome. Yeah, I thought a lot about this. Now, yeah, right, yeah. It might not be video games. I'm thinking video games now because that's like what I do. That's what I want it to be. But it might not be. It might be anything else. I put Alex O'Connor and Vsauce. Alex O'Connor, he makes philosophy videos. Really cool. I think that um, again, it's hard to gauge how impactful, how positive someone does is. And I don't think it's really fair to try and gauge and judge them off that. But it is what I think about when I think about justifying being an entertainer. But Alex O'Connor and Vsauce, which they did I forgot, they did a collab together. Great video, great podcast episode. Um, they both make informative content of things they find interesting. Vsauce obviously more of a variety of things that he's interested in that end up getting videos on them. But I mean that would be awesome too. I mean I'm interested in stuff. I don't know if I'm as interested as they are in stuff, but maybe someday, the video games aren't working out and I make a Vsauce video and I'm really interested in the way that Diet Dr. Pepper tastes compared to uh, Diet Dr. Pepper without caffeine or something. I don't know. I don't know. They make videos on random stuff and they make people care about it. And that's what I mean with the storytelling and the editing. Like the Vsauce videos, he just has a reputation because he's done it so many times. A Vsauce video pops up. It doesn't matter what the title is. It's something as stupid as that. Chairs don't exist. That is a real title. And then the thumbnail is a picture of a chair. And it's got millions of views because it's a great video too. It's so cool. It's a skill that he has and that many people have that I could have someday if I work on it of making something interesting that you care about and making other people care about it, and it's positive. I think that's positive. I think chasing um what's the word? Oh no, what is the word? Op opulence, optionary. The Not even close. I don't even know it. Chasing curiosity. I don't know why I was on the ops, but chasing curiosity is I don't know where I heard that quote. I really like it though. Chasing curiosity is a really good thing to do, and I think that's what they do, and that's what they help others do, and that's really cool. Anyway, the point of those examples is that I don't really know how it's gonna happen, but man, I want nothing more in this world than to make a difference, like really. And I feel like all I think when I say that is, man, I sound like I must think I'm such a great person from other people, and like so I don't know. I probably just think too much of what I seem like to other people, but I don't know. I don't like saying things like that because I but it's because I just really really believe that that is such a good thing that it would be. It's like it's ego just even thinking that other people would think something about me in that way. I know what I mean. You don't need to know what I mean. Anyway, yeah. Yeah, to be like the people I listed, someone on the roster of positive influences in someone else's awesome life. I wrote that. I like that quote. I would love to be on the roster of positive influences in someone else's awesome life. Because that's really, oh man, I'm going to get too deep into philosophy here. That's really what I believe life is. You know, there's so many lives you can affect. And I think that is the most true difference I can make in the world. That I will make. I will change and affect people's lives. I don't know if I have already in really great positive ways or in negative ways. I'm sure I have sometimes. Um, but the way that I think I can do it the most, I guess, is with YouTube videos or something like that. Entertainment in general, just because it's so big. If it's music, that would be cool too. I really like music. I just gotta do something, which we'll get to. Remember, I'm not quite. I gotta slow my roll here. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Here, to be someone that someone else points to and says, "That's the guy that inspired me to do this cool thing." Right? Because whenever you affect someone, it doesn't just it's not just that one interaction and then they're a better person and then you're happy because you made them a better person. No, it them being a better person is so much bigger than that because well, we could get into the pay it forward thing, making them a better person and now they make someone else a better person and you've made infinite many people better, right? But I mean, I guess that really is just the the simplest explanation of it. But like making someone more likely to accomplish their dreams like all of the people I listed have, and now I have this dream and I wouldn't if it wasn't for them, and I might not accomplish it, but they made me want to. They gave me something to strive for. To be that someone in someone else's life, I mean, that would just be awesome. That would be I would be so honored, and I might not know. I would love to know if I ever got that. Anyway, I'm too happy about things that aren't real. Let me continue reading. Um, to be pointed by someone saying I wouldn't be here without that guy. Now, my opinions changed a little bit on this because at first I was thinking I watched the Joe Bart documentary thing, um, and the thing about saving people's lives as a YouTuber is that you're kind of just the vessel through which that happens, if that happens. Which if you if you entertain enough people, there will be someone that is in a dark place that points to your entertainment as something that helped them, and that is awesome. I love that. I would love to be that person for someone. Um, all right, now no. I would also love if I could, point that person in the direction of someone that can help more because I maybe if I became a psychiatrist, that would be my role, but I don't think as an entertainer that is. If it can be a temporary thing, that's awesome. I would love that. Um, I would love also more so probably to be able to get them the help they need. Um, okay. Yeah, along with stress and pressure, right? And here I was talking about, yeah, for the greater good, I can take it if I can help someone. Whatever. Final point. This leads me to my final point, which I've kind of been doing the whole time. Imagining. Imagination, right? SpongeBob. Um, I have imagined a lot just in this video. I have imagined so many awesome, great, and awesome scenarios. I really, really need to read a thesaurus where I succeed and help people, right? I mean, I can think of it so clearly. I'm a YouTuber billion subscribers, billion views, and everyone that watches my YouTube videos is the happiest person, and none of it matters. Everything I just talked about isn't real, like at all. Like it's in my thought. Um, I could maybe make it real, but right now it isn't. And I could think about it and be happy for for no reason, for something that is not real at all. And that's scary. I don't I've done that a lot. I think a lot of people do that a lot, and it doesn't it I'll read. It doesn't matter what I dream up. Maybe goals are good, but just thinking about what it's like to be successful is not one of the steps to becoming successful. And I'll tell you what the steps are: doing, 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 doing. It's all just doing. At least from where I stand now, it's just doing stuff. Just do it. Just do stuff. Um, and yeah, maybe there's some nuance there. You can't just do anything and expect to get to any goal, but nothing will come from doing nothing. Um, which is like it's crazy. It's a crazy quote. I just it's like a really old philosophers quotes like I am because I think I am, or I am because we are. It's just like it's stupidly simple, but there's a reason. There's entire philosophies based on them. All of Ubuntu from a single line. Like it's just it's insane how large of a thing, how important something can be that stems from just this small little sentence. I am because I think I am, and I am because we are for Ubuntu. Um, and it's because our human brains like to forget simple truths like that. That's why I'm making this video, because I have forgotten time and time again that um, I already know how to do all of the things I want to do. I know you just do them, but I forget that somehow, and I'm tired of forgetting that. And maybe just the act of writing this out and making this video will solidify it enough in my mind. But if it doesn't, worst case scenario, I have something to come look back on for me to explain it to myself, how to do the things I want to do and why. Now, yeah, to remind myself why I'm here, just do. It does not. Oh, I mean, it does matter what you do, but it matters so much more just that you do something. And hey, if we've moved on to something else completely unrelated, right? Because I already said this at the start of the video, because the ideas are already one thing in my mind. When I wrote this linearly, it isn't linearly in my mind. If we're doing something unrelated to everything else I said in this video, at least remember the doing. It's for everything. Whatever you want to do, just remember to do it. Okay. hot in here. Okay. I wasn't sure if I wanted to include this or if I wanted to put it in a different video, but the video is already really long. Really, really long. Um, so yeah, I'll just put this at the end. Probably won't end up being um, as a, as big of a portion of the video as I thought it would be. I just want to list the people that have influenced me online. And I know some of these people in real life, but this is specifically about online content. So I'm not sorry, mom, you're not on the list, but you're still a big impact on my life. Um, the idea of this is that if you look at me, you can probably look at one of these people and see a similarity, see how they formed me. Um, and that sounds a bit uh, metaphorical, but it really is. That's how people are formed through what they're exposed to. And these are not all, sorry, these are not all of the people that have influenced me online, but most of them. I don't have Christopher Larkin. That one's not on here. Christopher Larkin? Is that his name? The composer, not the other guy. Yeah, yeah. And also I don't have any of the creators of the games, Team Cherry, um, and Maddie Thorson, and I forget the other one, but Toby Fox should probably be on here. But whatever. I'll just read the list and maybe explain if it needs explaining. 696 Android guitar. That's all I'll say. A Game Scout, Tetris, cool channel. Aaron Westbury, comedian, cool guy. Air Force Proud, video games. Uh, cool video games, but video games, entertainment. Alex O'Connor, yeah, I guess I'm just explaining everything. Philosophy. Astral Spiff, video games, but like exactly how I imagined I would be with them. Balloon Shop skits from back in the day. Wow. Earliest exposure to YouTube, probably. Maybe not. I don't know. Billie Eilish, uh, musician, beautiful. Bo Burnham, musician, beautiful. C418, musician, beautiful. CG Games, I know him mostly for his Risk content. Great Risk player. Um, yeah, very cool. He also plays other stuff and he has other channels that I watch. Captain Sparkles, Jordan Marin, what a cool guy. Minecraft, um, since the day he started to well, no, actually it was Call of Duty from the day he started, but he makes Minecraft content and stuff, and he still does it, and it's not like he doesn't make as much money as from it as he used to, just like Jerome, but he does it and he loves it, and him and his wife is also a streamer. I think they're married. I don't know. They're doing awesome, and he's always been a very down to earth, real guy, and he's got his interests, and he makes videos talking about stuff that matters. Um, I mean, in his life mostly, but he provides insight. And anyway, gosh, it's gonna take so long if I do that. Charlie, I already talked about him. Penguin, no, yeah, Charlie Penguin Zero, Code Bullet. He does like automation projects on YouTube. Really cool. Yeah, cool, good programmer, and then he didn't make much stuff for a while, and then he came back with like showing his face and trying to do more different stuff. Cool guy. Curryway, Minecraft speedrunner. I spelled his name wrong in here. Dangerously funny. Uh, Plays video games and has been uploading video games for so long. Not like 20 years, but like I think at least 10 years. He started with like Stardew Valley content, and now he's like a big channel. And he plays incremental games and he cuts it up just wherever he's talking about whatever's happening, and it's it's pretty cool. He just plays games and entertains people, and he's got a channel. It's like you fall asleep to his videos. You know, it's not the most like philanthropistic thing. I don't know if that's how you say that. Probably not. But cool guy. Dax Denman, Deftones. Oh yeah, I put. Oh, I already had musical artist. Deftones, cool. Not that. I don't know if they should be here. Anyway, Double Speak, guy that made Tap Night, Pixel Balloon. One of them. Eminem, Ethan Nestor. I spelled his name wrong. I spelled it with an A. What? YouTuber, Feinberg, YouTuber, Minecraft player, Fireborn God Gamer, Hollow Knight player, YouTuber, very cool. Friendly Baron, GTA 5 player, I believe, and world record holder in some categories. Very cool guy. Gotham Chess, it's Gotham Chess, very cool. Never got good though. Hive Mind, Riley Graydon and them. Uh, cool dudes, very entertaining, very fun guys, and informational on music. Although it not really. That's not. Anyway, J. Cole, awesome. Jeff Nippard, awesome. I'm about to be using his guide for buying groceries like exclusively for like at least a month before I really get settled into my apartment. Um, Jid. Oh my god, I love Jid. His music is so good, and he's such a cool guy. Um, 2007. That is such a good song. The year I was born. Anyway, J Perm. Rubik's cubes. Oh, that's not where those are. Yeah, very cool. And also he has another channel, I think on Mario. I don't watch it, but cool dude. Jazza, drawing with Jazza. Very cool guy, very down to earth. I used to watch his art content, and then he started making like more real content, which I don't know what that means. Anyway, he's cool, very cool guy. Jerome ASF, I talked about him earlier. He was one of my adored YouTubers when I was a very, very young child and didn't, anyway, he still is doing the same stuff he was doing back then. And it's not working. I mean, it's not like he's not as popular as he was at all, but he made enough money and he's got businesses in the creator space and he's doing some really cool work actually that I really respect. And it's not the same he was doing. It's not like he's not a YouTuber primarily. I mean, he still is. That's still what he does. But like as far as his career, it's more in like the behind the scenes now. It's really cool though. Jesse James West. This guy's so cool. I really like the latest video he put out as of this recording. It was bringing 100 people to empty gyms. Great video. I forget the other guy that I've seen do that with restaurants. Also awesome guy. I love those videos. That's like a great example of like real good you can do, like Mr. Beast type of stuff, but not really anymore, Mr. Beast. But if you're really successful on YouTube and you have money and you can support other people in the same space as you, that would be, oh my gosh, so many wishes come true for me if I were to be able to do things like Jesse James West, and also just a really cool guy. He deserves his success, and he's very inspirational. His videos are very inspirational. Joe Bartolozzi, already talked about that. Joji, great artist. Horace DeMann, the composer for Horizon Zero Dawn. I don't know if Horizon Forbidden West, I haven't played it, but I love that music, especially right now I'm learning it on piano. Where am I? Ken Forrest. Ken, very cool KFC. Kendrick Lamar. Knox Hill, really cool YouTuber and rapper. Frankly, I haven't heard his music. I'm sure it's good, actually. I'm sure I'd like a lot of it, or some of it at least. But I really like one, just his videos. He breaks down mostly hip hop content, and makes it understandable for people, whatever. But he also is like just a cool guy. I think he's a dad, and he's just really down to earth. Sometimes he like talks to the camera in his videos about real things, and I don't know, I just love when they do that, when people do that, because it just instantly gives me such a great parasocial relationship with them. Anyway, uh, Landon Calisthenics. Oh yeah, Landon. What's up, bro? Genuinely inspirational, dude. Like, I know him in real life. Really cool guy. Frankly, I didn't think that in high school, but who does, right? Anyway, Lena Raine, amazing composer. Probably my favorite. Yeah, actually, definitely my favorite video game composer of all time. Let's Game It Out. Very cool guy. He breaks games. Like he's like a beta tester for game. Well, not beta. He's like a he tests games to their limit. I don't know if he gets paid to test them. Maybe sometimes, but he's very entertaining content. Um, and not brain rot, which I love. Lil Aggie, he is really really good at Elden Ring and other Souls games as well. I love Elden Ring. Great game, and he's really good at it, and it's really inspirational. I love watching him like do races with his friends, and then he just wins, and then he does a randomizer challenge hitless world's first, which yeah, no shit, it's the world's first. That's insane. Anyway, Luigi Verona, really really cool guy, not popular, not as popular as most of these other people, because he just makes web games and writes on his online book and does various other projects. He makes droning music and he makes ambient music. He makes tutorials on that. He makes tutorials on whatever. He's made a lot of cool web games over the last 10 years or so, or 5. I don't know how long. Awesome. Awesome guy, though. Really inspirational. If I could get to his level of, he just has a Discord with a bunch of people that found his games or read his work and like it. Really cool guy. Lord Minion, Wade, cool dude. Ludwig, cool dude. Magnus Mitbo, really, really freaking cool dude. I mean, different cool than the other guys. Anyway. Markiplier, cool dude. Matthew Patrick, the game theorist, and all of the other theories. I mean, it's just, he's made a really, really big impact on a lot of people. And I'd say a very, very positive one with, critical thinking and entertainment and so many things. And I'm getting tired, so I'm gonna go faster. Um, Matthias Krantz. I don't know how you say his name. He makes stuff with instruments. He does the weird piano stuff, is what he's mostly known for. He's also done stuff with guitars. He did the like 1,000 picks a second or whatever. A lot of cool stuff. Made guitar strings from spider silk. Lots of cool stuff, and just like innovative and awesome and entertaining and inspirational. Really, I mean, which is everything. Maximum, previously it's Maximum. I'm not sure when he changed, but awesome guy. He made videos on tons of speedrunning stuff that I really loved. I got into Red Ball for a little bit because of it, and that like exploded his relatively small Red Ball speedrunning community. He made an awesome video on it. It went viral, and then tons and tons more people started playing the game that he made the video on, and it was awesome. It made it like he single-handedly got a community so much bigger, which reminds me, Jinxie isn't on the list because, well, I wasn't intentional. He should be. I don't love a lot of his content, but he has done a lot of good as well. And anyone that is that big and shows some humility and like expresses themselves as openly as he does, I really do think, despite all of the, potential brain rot and whatever else negative may come from his content, I think that he has I really really appreciate how he has talked to people online about his struggles, and I know 100% it has helped people um in one way or another. Anyway, Maximum Mumbo Jumbo, awesome guy. Really into photography and Redstone and Minecraft. And I really appreciate whenever he does photography stuff and shows it to the people that watch his Redstone stuff, because anyway. MySkirm, cool dude. Frankly, Lord Minion and MySkirm, I'm sorry, they are just here because of Markiplier. and that is kind of sad. But I still think they're individually really cool people and both really talented people. Um, I just don't keep up with what they do as much. Um, I'm not really into the MMOs or the gotcha games that Wade plays, and frankly, I don't really know what my what Bob does that much. Anyway, Mythical Kitchen. Josh. Wait, is that his name? I think so. The guy that runs the Mythical Kitchen from Red and Link's stuff. Very cool guy. I love how they were able to like make their own channel, and he has um the last meals or the yeah, I forget what it's called. I think that's what it's called. The last meals where he takes people onto the podcast or the interview. He interviews them while serving them incredible food as if it was their last meal. Awesome guy. I'm sure they do other stuff that I haven't seen, and he's talked a lot about his personal issues and or not as just issues, but talked a lot about important things in a lot of the podcasts or the interviews. Nano, he's the other creator of Pixel Balloon, made Tap Night and uh, Idle Expedition. NF, rapper artist, very cool. Nirvana, Parrot Dash, Pippin FTS. He did the Build the World in Minecraft stuff, and that was really inspirational. And he talked a lot. He had a lot of like meta talk about what it was like to be in that project, and I really appreciated that. He put a lot of himself into something, and it was really inspirational and kind of sad because it didn't. It was great. It all worked out. It was never meant to be perfect. It's just, you wish. But really cool guy. Did really cool stuff for a long time. I don't know what he's up to now. I'm sure it's great, but it's not online as far as I know. Popular MMOs, I talked about him. Rasputin, I don't know if he makes videos anymore either. He's never really been a consistent uploader, but he makes really good video essays on things about video games. I could name a few, but there's just so many, and really introspective, and I think gives people ideas and informs them more than they otherwise would be. And I love that. Really also just really cool guy. Is he the guy that has his wife play the games, or is that another guy? There's a guy that is like the woman I live with plays these games. If that's the same guy, then they're to him. But if that's a different guy, credit to that guy too, because I really appreciate those videos. Real civil engineer. Um, yeah, he's just an engineer who started playing games that were themed around things that he would already have information about because he's a real civil engineer, and then it like blew up, and now he plays games all the time and uploads it to YouTube, and it's really cool. Not the most like philanthropistic, right? I still don't know if that's a word. I should look it up after. Rhett and Link, right? I mentioned them a little bit. All of their projects, I mean, they've made so many things for so long. It's so very, very inspirational, and they're also just two really, really best friends. Like it's incredible how close they are, and it's fun. It's just fun to see that, and whenever they talk about meaningful things a lot too in the last 5 years, and that's really cool. I love that. I love it. Russell Warden, he made the song um he made a song I played on marimba and a song that Ethan played on um snare. Sheet Music Boss makes piano music tutorials with like the little MIDI. It comes down and hits the piano. Very inspiring, and I could put a lot of people for just the makes piano tutorial videos, but specifically them because they I think uploaded a video every day for like 10 years or something insane like that. It's two guys. And I just, whenever I heard about, their journey, I mean, the more you know someone, the more you like them typically. And so people that just come forward and talk about themselves, I just really am attracted to and appreciate more. Small Ant plays video games very, very well. I have no clue how. He plays games probably like better than I've seen anyone ever play games, like as far as like first time playing. Like I don't even know how it's possible. Very inspirational, very cool, just very entertaining. Uh him playing games. Spock Shot, Ethan, really like truly inspirational to see you put out anything. And also your music is just good. Like I skip it usually because I liked literally every song. So every song is in my playlist and I've also listened to them a lot. But you got some real bangers, and if I don't skip it, like I just forget, I'm still like really enjoying it. And you do have some bangers, and it's inspirational. It really is. It's with everything. That's the whole point of this. Stephen Bridges, um, he counts cards and makes videos on it. Very cool, very informational. That's his thing. He informs people on this thing that he's really interested in, and he's made guides for why people shouldn't do it, and I love that idea. Anyway, very cool, and I hope he's come forward recently too. He's got his own platform to put his videos out on because he's not able to get brand deals from YouTube because he scams casinos. It's not a scam. It's because he wins against casinos fairly, but it's not looked upon very well. Anyway, really cool guy. Teddy Gray. Teddy Gray on stuff. He's a reaction YouTuber. He reacts to hip hop music. Honestly, not much more to it. Crypt, I also should put on here if I'm going to put him on here. Crypt, he's a rapper and reactor as well. Great guys. I don't know Teddy Gray as well, actually. But cool guy. The Coding Train. He is still making videos. I know because I saw one the other day. I didn't watch it, but he makes very informational videos on programming stuff. Just whatever. And it's very cool. Sometimes he'll have a series of like specifically this thing that is bigger, but a lot of the videos are just like this cool topic that he's interested in that he wants to show people about, and it's always related to programming, of course. The Coding Train, very very cool channel. Done some really cool projects with his viewers in the past. Thomas Galinsky, he made the song I played, Luminosity. I don't know if I'll ever get over that. It'll probably be the best song I've ever played on marimba, at least. Where am I? Trixie Blocks makes Minecraft content. They build, and it's really cool. Two Set Violin, I guess you could say reaction. No, they do a lot more than reaction. I'm sorry. They're really cool. They play violin. Asian, I think they're brothers, and one of them's got perfect pitch. I don't know. They make very entertaining videos, music related, usually like classical music or something. And anyway, Tyler Scheid, frankly, another one of Markiplier's friends. That's how I know him. I don't really know a lot of stuff he does, but I know that he's very passionate about things, and he follows them, and he has the podcast that he tries. God, it sounds awful. He tries. No, he does. It's a cool podcast. Go My Favorite Sports Team. He does with Mark, and I know he has a master's in something sports related. I don't know. Cool guy though. I'm sure if I had an opportunity to get to know him better, we would vibe a lot. He seems very cool from just what I've heard from him in his podcast. Tyler the Creator, music, really cool music. I love the way he is so dominant and so. Sorry, that's such a vague thing to say. He's dominant in the sense that against his haters, like in spite. He's so good at using his spite to level himself up, and I love it. It's so cool. Vsauce, talked about him, really cool guy. Waffle Time, Waffle Time's really cool. He's just funny. He's just really funny and edits his videos really well. Probably, dude, maybe one of my favorite examples of playing a game that you like and just making that entertaining. He makes it really entertaining. I love it. I can't watch all of his videos because they're often very, very long. Um, but anytime I do, and anytime I have in the past, it's just so entertaining. He makes it so entertaining. He's really funny, and he plays a cool game. And it's just that's all it is. That's all he needs. And I I think he's doing a good thing. Virtual, really good at Trackmania. That's his game. He's not the best in the world. It's a bigger game, but he has expanded. Excuse me, expanded the community. Maybe not as much as like Jinxie or Maximum did with their communities, but um, really, really cool videos. Showed a lot of people that wouldn't have normally been interested in something why it's interesting, and that is always something that I will be appreciative of. And on top of that, the videos are just really cool and interesting. It's just the truth. Anyway, Yellow Dude, he makes calisthenics videos. Zachary Spears, he made Idle Acorns, uh, and Just Button. And Just Button is one of my favorite games of all time, free on the App Store. And I don't know what he's up to. I haven't known for a long time, but I know he's a really cool guy. Um, and I really hope that he is doing well because from what I know about him, which isn't a whole lot, but it's more than I know about most people, um, he deserves to be doing well. He's a very cool guy and he has very good values from what I know. And finally, Zuzu Corn. These were in alphabetical order, or the best I could get. I don't know if it was perfect. Obviously, I added some. Zuzu Corn makes Terraria content similar to Waffle Time, but more so like not long playthroughs, more like this is the topic of the video and it's about this thing in Terraria, or it's a tutorial on how to do this thing in Terraria, and it's cool, very good. Um, and yeah, and that's it. And it is now 2 a.m. and I have plans tomorrow, so I'm gonna go to bed. And this video is so long. It's so incredibly long. I I don't know if I'll ever watch this. I don't know if I'll edit it. I don't know if anyone will ever see it. You know what? I do because I'm gonna upload it for Avery, but she's gonna see that it's an hour and 18 minutes long and not watch it because it's way too long. Okay, bye.